left off on Yudches. He quoted the Gemara. The Gemara said that Gemara Sota, that a person who acts arrogantly, haughtily, ultimately he'll be diminished, lessened, to a point even destroyed totally. And the Amoraim, they give examples of a sheaf of wheat. And on top of the sheaf, you have like a little hair on top. And that's the first thing that breaks off. So Maharal explains that what's gaiva? Gaiva is something which a person extends himself more than he is. You're this, and you put yourself forth as something more than you are. So that's called tosefes. And he quoted the Gemara, where the Gemara says, Kol yesek kenotu dami. Right? More is less. That's considered a blemish, a trait for an animal. Animal has an extra leg, an extra lobe on the lung. It's a trait. So the person who has this, it's considered a deficiency that the person is minimized, like an abnormality. Then it says, and what's the first thing that? How quickly does? And it says, if he doesn't do tshuva, ultimately he will die. So he explained. We'll start from the fifth one. Something which is additional, which is not meant to be, that's a chesoron, that's a deficiency. And we see it as if it's what removed. He'll be minimized until ultimately he won't exist any longer. Anything which is more than it should be. You know, the body overproduces certain chemicals. What happens? It's supposed to have a certain amount. More is not better. More is what is destructive. So if you don't correct it, ultimately, the gaiva, it keeps minimizing you to the point where the person will die. What he's trying to bring it into being is not meant to be. So the more he tries to be it, to bring that, but it's not supposed to be. So therefore, ultimately, it's going to what? It's not going to exist. But if he does tshuva, he'll pass away in his proper time. He says by the others, it says each one says kol, they had everything. He says if they did not pass away in time, how do you say they had everything if they passed away before their time? They didn't live their full lives. Right? That's chesoron. Kol means you have it all. Since the brachas, they have everything, and chesoron mipam, they have no relevance to diminishment and deficiency, and to be minimized. So let's stop for a moment. So we have the obvious question. Avraham Avinu passed away 5 years before his time, but it says he had kol. Yaakov Avinu was supposed to live to 180, passed away at 147, because what he had said to Paro. So he was minimized. So he didn't have his full life. So we had to reconcile with the Gemara in Sota. Bakol, Mikol, Bakol. They had everything. They didn't live their full lives. We're going right now with this chazal.
What is that called?
So we're saying, what did Abraham pass away 5 years? Because it was a deficiency. Because Hashem promised him he's going to die, pass away b'seiva tova. So to fulfill that ultimate, right? He couldn't see his grandson going off the beaten track. So that's cold. It's not because of a diminishment, right? So that he had everything. He was cold. Now what about? Let's talk about Yaakov. Yitzchak had 180, his full life. Yaakov was minimized. for the 33 words he had said, he had each one a year taken off his life. Okay. But we'll get back to braces for the years. Okay. So, but factually, the answer is no, because that was a kapara. That was called. That was a kapara. The years that were taken off, he lived because of what he needed. He lived his full 147 was the amount of years that were made. That made him whole. Because he lived less, that made him whole. Here, the person's a balgaiva, right? It's continuous chesaron. Why is he dying? Because he has chesaron. That's why he's dying. But if he does tshuva, then he will.